Look at this, guys. OZON. OZON warehouse, a first one that was significantly cancelled, not even damaged, yeah, fully destroyed by the fire. So at least 2 of the Ukrainian drones hit it. It happened in Chapayevka near Moscow, so Moscow region of the Russian Federation. Russia wasn't capable to protect this one. The air defense was concentrated in Moscow Oblast, but it's still not enough to intercept all of the drones Ukraine sends every night elsewhere. Fantastic operation. Ozon, congratulations. Number 1, many more to go. Oh, it's Chapayevsk, not Moscow Oblast. I thought it's Chapayevka in Moscow Oblast, but here it's Samara Oblast, so further away. And it is gone. 135 square meters, yeah, so it's not Moscow Oblast, I'm sorry. But Samarskaya Oblast is also important because there is the military airfield, there are lots of the stuff, also refineries. So Russians should take care about everything, but air defense is still not out there, yeah, or it's not that effective. And here we have some of the big, beautiful pictures. So 2 of the fire origins, and there is like it will be completely destroyed by the fire. It's already visible. You see Ukrainian drone is flying here. Supernova Plus shares this video. You see 2 origins of the fire, and still more strikes are happening.
Нет, в Новак полетел. Охуеть.
Boom. Plus 1 more. Ozon truck is there, and it's very early morning, so there were not many people there at this warehouse. And I hope all of them were evacuated before the strikes. I hope. Why? Even though they are Russians, because civilian casualties are not needed in this war, of course. Even though the great part of the Russian civilians, they still support Putin's policy, but many Russians, they also support Ukraine, I know personally, yeah. Even some of the influencers, YouTubers like Jesus or Michael Naki, they collect even donations among Russians for Ukrainian army. So yeah, not everyone is like pro-Putin's there, but most of the people, let's say. Yeah, so many of the Russians, they're around, they're filming, they're stopping their vehicles, going out and filming. This is the new Russian tradition. Filming not refineries, but storages. Well, everything they film. Yeah, this is pizdets. It means this is good, yeah. And 1 more volcano in Russia today. Plus 1. FP1 drone. Well, some of the air defense is working. Machine guns, but nothing like Panzer S1 or portable manpads. Yeah, it's on fire. Fire already spreads everywhere. Yeah, this is huge. This is really huge. And there were some rumors before that Wildberries painted their warehouses in Ozon. Well, what I know for sure, that they marked Wildberries warehouses on Ozon on the maps, but for Ukraine right now it doesn't really matter. And the strikes on Ozon were announced by Magyar before, and actually a couple of weeks ago the first drone already tried to hit Ozon, but it missed. It was a near miss. It went to the local parking spots. So the situation with the Russian marketplaces, Ozon, Wildberries, Yandex.Mart, they're all doomed. So everything will go to the smaller storages, and it will make logistics not that good in Russia. Before, I would say in Russia it was even better logistics than in Amazon in the United States. In most of the regions of Russia, the delivery was within 24 hours. Yeah, because lots of the stuff in those big, huge storages in multiple of the regions of Russia, and also not so many customers in general, compared to the world, like world Amazon delivery, right? In Russia, still there are less people, but the infrastructure was working great. And the Russians themselves were saying that they have the best marketplace facilities in the world. And the great part of the Russian economy was working and still partially working with Wildberries and OZON marketplaces. So that is what kept some of the small businesses running. But now there are huge issues for ordinary Russians, because for them to sell their goods, they have to create their own brand. But in Wildberries, like if you sell your goods, people just go to the search, okay, select the good, the best price or the fastest possible delivery, and here you go, you're selling your goods straightforward right away. But for yourself to organize the storages, to organize your own business, you have to invest a lot, create your own name, invest also in advertisement. So it cuts lots of the Russians from the business, and it harms the Russian economy. Yeah, every video I'm saying harms economy, but it's definitely like that. What can I say? Ukraine harms Russian economy, targeting refineries and storages. I didn't put this music, Russians did. This is the good morning for Samara region, and the morning has just begun for Russia. The drones are still flying. And I'm just recording this video because I cannot sleep, and I checked the news, and here we go. I'm here with you once again. Yeah, the fire is really huge, and by the way, on the gas station there is no benzene, just diesel. And you see, guys, unlike Russia, Ukraine is not targeting some of the big trade centers, malls with lots of the people inside. No, those are just warehouses with employees and some of the guards, security. But just yesterday, Russia hit a very big trade mall in Kryvyi Rih, full of people. And as today, there are 17 of the casualties reported, according to the recent analysis, plus many more dozens of wounded people. It's really terrible what Russia does in Ukraine every day.
Дорогие друзья, сегодня атакован склад Озона.
Today Ozon is being attacked. Yeah, what to do? Our famous entrepreneur says that the things are not going according to plan, it seems like. And he again calls for Russians to purchase more of the goods from their shops. They need all to call Putin to withdraw the forces, not for the goods, come on. This will not help purchasing goods. The problem lies with the Russian army in Ukraine. If you want to live in prosperity, just withdraw the forces. Yeah, some of the pictures are really nice. Looking so good.
Это просто пизда, нахуй.
This is so fantastic, this Russian says. Просто pizda means, yeah, very, very awesome, great translation. Well, Ozon is also the great part of the Russian economy. Not as Wildberries, it's the second biggest after Wildberries, but still it's very important for the functioning of Russian business and so on. And I believe that moving the war onto the Russian territory might help to finish the war after all, because it's simply unpopular among Russians, and they will show that they're not okay with that, maybe in the next elections. But it seems like the strategy of Ukraine is to make living for Russians like not unsustainable, but very, very deeply uncomfortable, as it was for the Soviet Union in 80s, with lots of the deficit. I wonder if Ukraine may do it like in a full scale, because Russia has still cooperation with Asian countries, so now the world is a little bit different, and the developed Asia is there, and it might help Russia, like for example China. I'm saying Asia because not just China has relations with Russia, kind of the close ones. For example, Indonesia continued to cooperate even in the military sector, purchasing Russian planes for its military. But what am I saying? Even Europe continued to cooperate with Russia, purchasing some of the fossil fuels. Well, Russians do have the drone interceptors, like for example this one, it is called Yolka. I already mentioned it in my previous video. Yeah, but it's only one type of those kind of the drones for Russians, so Ukraine wins here. Ukraine has lots of the types of the drone interceptors, depends on what kind of the drones you need to intercept. They're working in different environment, for different range, for different speeds. In Russia, everything is like one company, one drone, Yolka. And according to the reviews, it's not that effective. Alright, and this kind of the mishap is happening in the port city of Yeisk, Russian Federation. Well, on this image it's definitely hard to tell what is burning there. Looks like some sort of the oil storage, but locals report about the fire of the ship, which is parked there. Yeah, you cannot park there. It's freaking flammable. As most of the stuff in Russia nowadays, very, very flammable.
Пока есть возможность. Вывозите товары.
This guy calls for withdrawal of the goods from those storages of OZON, because for now OZON allows to do it, unlike Wildberries. After Wildberries lost the second warehouse, it banned all of the withdrawal of the goods. You may just sell it. I mean, Russians may just sell it. And there is no other way of how Russian entrepreneurs may obtain their goods. It's illegal, actually, because they paid money for the goods. And they just paid some of the commission for Wildberries, for the storages and logistics, that's it. But it seems like Wildberries just stole everything from Russians. Is it the first time happening to Russians in Russia? No. And it was the opening of this particular warehouse that was kaboomed today back in 2021, the biggest warehouse in Samara Oblast. Here is it from inside, some of the goods there. It is just the day of opening, so not many goods, and it is today, as I already showed you. It worked just for 5 years, a minimum guarantee period. The guarantee has expired and it went kaboom. And the latest image from the place. Yeah, it is gone. It is already gone. It's understandable. They might use helicopters, lots of the fire crews. It won't help. It is done. First OZON and first successful one. Right guys, that's all what I wanted to say in this quick update about OZON warehouse. A new chapter in the long-range strikes for Ukraine. My friends, please, if you can, you may support my job on Patreon. The link for it is in the video description right below, or join YouTube membership by pressing button join. Guys, you are amazing. Thank you so much for making my content possible, or our content. This is our channel in general. And don't forget to press like to this video, subscribe to the channel. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.